belly, on the table, looking down, staring at... And now she realises she can see a little. Darkness, shapes, soft edges and hard edges, and something just out of sight. The floor is moving. Snakes and eels wriggle beneath a thin carpet of leaves and paper and dirt. She blinks again, hard, eyelids pressed together like lips refusing the spoon. A fast, feathery panic flutters at her chest as she forces herself to see through the hallucinations and to focus on what is really there. A memory, sudden and vicious. The girls. Her friends. Following the stranger, smoking his cigarettes, drinking his honeyed wine, tripping after him like ducklings after their mother, heads swimming with the sweet golden wine. There'd been a fire, branches blackening around a small red-gold flame. They had danced and smoked and drank, and then he'd begun to tell them what he believed. He'd begun to talk about his great undertaking, about the journeys, his gift, and he had made them drink. They'd gagged on it, scared and shivering, and each wanting the other to do something, to say something. She croaks, pitifully, and from somewhere nearby she hears a small, snickering laugh. She smells sweat, smells the high, keening song of earthy skin buffed with moss and wild garlic. She gasps as she feels the first of the small, cold objects being placed upon her back. She tries to buck backwards, but cannot seem to get her body to obey her commands. She feels insubstantial, floating like a kite above herself, the thread gossamer thin. She pictures them again, her friends, her best and only friends. There's an electrical charge within her, a copper wire inside her bones. For a moment she is a mosaic, a whole made up of a billion parts. Inside her skull, an orange glow like watching a bright sun through closed eyes. Again the sound of drums. Wood and leather, rhythmic and swift, split wood beating a thunderous pulse on a perfect circle of taut skin. She opens her eyes. They bulge like fish straining at the trawl. Through the haze she sees the earth below her begin to shift, opens her mouth and feels her tongue flop forward as the leaves and the stones and the broken twigs rise up, as if something is tunneling upwards out of the earth. She tries to rise. There's a sudden weight upon her back, a bare, sweaty knee in the well of her spine, a warm, flat hand pushing her head, stuffing her deeper into the face-hole. A face appears from the darkness beneath her, a full moon emerging from black cloud. She blinks, tears and ash, tries to make sense of the thing that leers up at her from the ground. Teeth, eyes like gobstoppers, bristles and hair and crusted spit. A mask, a face. It's all leather and pig flesh, a mess of tusks and furrowed snout, the whole stained a dark tobacco brown. She thinks of bog bodies. Beneath, the ground bulges, rises, stones tumbling down, the stench of turned earth and bad meat rushing up to fill her nose, her mouth. She stares into the eyes of the thing beneath the table. The thing that has lain in wait, submerged in the warm, wet earth. She glimpses dark, wrinkled skin. She opens her mouth and sees the grotesque, porcine face extend its tusks in mimicry. She sees the face beneath, the one that peers out through the open mouth of the boar. Sees eyes she recognizes, in a face she has smiled into 1,000 times. It lunges up from the earth, and darkness falls. Tweet from Rowan Blake, at Row Blake Writer. Just took a call from a neo-Nazi with zero sense of irony. Threatened to burn my hands off if I didn't apologise for last week's Guardian column. Here's my response, mate. Just try it, you prick. 6:11 p.m, August 23rd. 19 retweets.